So the last group in our clusters is in chapter 5, chapter that's designing with darts, and we're going to be talking about a cluster of shoulder tucks or darts or pleats. So we'll be dealing with, this is demo 403, the shoulder cluster. We'll be using the same method that we just did with the bust gathering, but now in the shoulder, closing out the waist dart and turning this into a style line area. This will be an exercise that you include in your notebook. So you'll have a description, you'll have a sketch, you'll have the notes on the steps that you need to take, you'll have your draft with the taped down lines, and then you'll have a finished pattern that you use with the notches and to mark. So the first thing that we're gonna do, because we are doing a slash and spread method, I recommend using the draft paper, the oak tag, the paper here you're going to draft, establish your grain line, transfer your block, including the waist dart. Now we're gonna close the waist dart out, just like we did with the previous demo. We're going to create a style line. So here the style line is going to be the midpoint of the shoulder. And then just like the previous example, we want the style lines to be 1 inch away. We want to back off from our true apex, so about 1.5 inches away, and we're going to square a perpendicular line. Then we're going to cut out our draft. And like the previous example, we're going to hook it onto the center front, close the waist dart, secure everything down, evenly distribute the excess now that we have in our shoulder dart area. And because this is going to be a tuck method, you want to decide how far you're stitching it down. So in this example, we're going to stitch these down 1.5 inches. So that punch line needs to be, or 2 inches rather, from, we're going to add a punch line, which will show us how far down each of these tucks should be stitched. And they also have a punch line on the first dart leg so that the sewer knows what to connect. So when they go to, you'll blend, just like we did previously. You'll add notches for each of those dart legs. You'll blend your shoulder, add your seam allowance, transfer your shoulder notch, and that will be this particular demo, 403. Shoulder cluster tucks, label, name, what it is, how many we're cutting. You can cut this one on the fold, what's the size, and the year and season.